Firebugs, small but stunning. These tiny creatures boast a fiery red color and a mysterious glow. But did you know they hold fascinating secrets? Stay with us until the end because we have fun trivia questions coming up. Can you guess what makes firebugs glow? Or what they do to warn predators? Test your knowledge and learn something new. Firebugs, scientifically named Pyrrhocoris apterus, belong to a fascinating group of insects called true bugs, which means they are not beetles, even though they might look like one at first glance. Unlike beetles, firebugs have piercing, sucking mouthparts, which they use to extract nutrients from seeds. These insects are widely found across Europe, Asia, and even parts of North America, especially in warm, sunny areas where they can be seen gathering in large groups. They love to congregate near the bases of trees, around fallen leaves, and in grassy areas where they can soak up the warmth of the sun. But have you ever wondered why they are so red? That's not just for looks, it's actually an important survival strategy. Now, here's where things get really interesting. While firebugs may not glow like fireflies, they have a fascinating feature that has puzzled scientists for years. When placed under ultraviolet UV light, firebugs emit a faint glow. It's not visible to the naked eye in normal conditions, but with the right lighting, their exoskeleton gives off a subtle fluorescence. Why does this happen? Scientists believe that this glow might be a form of communication between firebugs, helping them recognize each other even in dim lighting. Others think it could serve as an additional warning signal to predators, making them appear even more unappetizing. While we don't yet have a definitive answer, one thing is clear: nature never ceases to surprise us. When you think of brightly colored insects, you might assume they feast on flowers, nectar, or even other insects. But firebugs have a very different diet. These little creatures are seed eaters, with a special preference for seeds from linden and mallow plants. They use their specialized mouthparts, which work like tiny drinking straws, to pierce the outer shells of seeds and suck out the rich nutrients inside. This feeding behavior is important for the environment because firebugs help break down plant material, playing a small but significant role in the ecosystem. One of the most noticeable things about firebugs is how they tend to huddle together in large groups. If you've ever seen dozens or even hundreds of them gathered in one place, you might have wondered why they do this. Well, there are a few possible reasons. First, firebugs are cold-blooded, which means they rely on external heat sources to stay warm. By gathering in large numbers, they can absorb and retain heat more efficiently, making it easier to survive in cooler temperatures. But that's not all. Some scientists believe that this group behavior is a form of protection, as predators may be less likely to attack a large cluster of insects compared to a single one. And if a predator does get too close, firebugs have a secret weapon. They can release a foul-smelling chemical that makes them taste terrible. Combine that with their bright red warning colors, and most predators quickly learn that firebugs are not a good snack. Despite their small size, firebugs play an essential role in their ecosystems. By feeding on seeds, they help control plant populations and contribute to the balance of nature. They don't harm crops, don't bite humans, and don't spread disease, making them a fascinating species to observe rather than fear. Their eye-catching appearance also makes them a favorite subject for nature photographers and researchers who continue to study their unique behaviors. So, next time you spot a cluster of firebugs basking in the sun, take a moment to appreciate their beauty and the important role they play in our world. Now, it's time to see how much you've learned from today's episode. We've got 3 fun trivia questions coming up. Ready? Let's start. Question number 1. Why do firebugs have a bright red color? The correct answer is C. To warn predators that they are not tasty. The bright red and black colors of firebugs are an example of a survival strategy called aposematism. Many insects, such as ladybugs and certain types of butterflies, use bold colors to warn potential predators that they are either toxic, bad-tasting, or capable of defending themselves. Even though firebugs are not actually poisonous, their striking color pattern tricks predators into thinking they might be harmful. This defense mechanism helps them avoid becoming a snack for birds, reptiles, and other insect-eating animals. Additionally, if a predator does try to eat one, firebugs can release a foul-smelling, bitter-tasting chemical from their bodies, reinforcing the idea that they are not a good meal. Question number 2. What do firebugs eat? The correct answer is D. Seeds from plants. Unlike many brightly colored insects that feed on nectar or other bugs, firebugs are actually seed eaters. They have specialized mouthparts designed for piercing and sucking, which allow them to extract nutrients from seeds. Their favorite meals come from the seeds of linden trees, mallows, and other plants. Unlike beetles that chew their food, firebugs use their straw-like mouthparts to penetrate the outer shell of a seed and suck out the liquid nutrients inside. This makes them different from most garden pests, which feed on leaves or fruits. Instead of harming crops, firebugs help recycle plant material back into the environment, making them an important part of the ecosystem. Question number 3. What makes firebugs glow under UV light? The correct answer is A. A chemical in their exoskeleton. Although firebugs don't glow in the dark like fireflies, they do have a fascinating secret. When exposed to ultraviolet UV light, their bodies emit a faint fluorescence. This strange glow isn't visible under normal lighting, but under special UV conditions, it becomes noticeable. So, what causes this? Scientists believe that a special chemical compound in their exoskeleton reacts with UV rays, making them appear to glow. Some researchers suggest. Thank you for watching. If you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution.